Welcome to Denver 7 News at 7 o'clock on Local 3. We are following a wild crash here at the top of our newscast.
Now, a car went off I25 into the South Platte River. The driver appears to be okay. Let's get right over to traffic expert Jason Luber. Unbelievable that this happened, Jason, and it's causing a big traffic backup.
Oh, it's crazy. All right, so let me show you on the map exactly where it's going on. So I thought it was just going to be this big crash on the northbound side right after Mile High Stadium, but the southbound side is where this crash is between 6th Avenue and Alameda, right next to the South Platte River. So take a look from Air Tracker 7, and you can see that there is the Subaru right there, and it landed upright. So imagine this. You're driving, you get into a crash. This is one of the pickup trucks on its side, hits this barrier that's actually designed to kick you back out into traffic, goes up and over, and then sails, and then lands in the river. Couldn't imagine doing that. The driver got out, was out in the river here for about 20 minutes, was finally helped over to that South Platte Trail by the firefighters over there, but we only have one, maybe two lanes of southbound I-25 getting through this situation right now. The northbound side, as you can see, is all backed up significantly. The drive times are over an hour on both the north and southbound side, and now we can add to it a huge wreck on eastbound 6th Avenue at Federal, causing delays coming in out of Lakewood. So a huge traffic mess, unfortunately, Lisa, getting across and through downtown.
And it hasn't even started snowing yet. That's going to be the afternoon problem. It's a Denver 7 weather action day. Beautiful right now. Mostly sunny skies. We're at 24 degrees in Denver right now. It feels like teens to low 20s, but a lot of sunshine early on. That snow melting off there at City Park, but we're about to add a good 4 to 8 inches of snow to the metro area by later today. You can see we're up and through portions of the northern Front Range Mountains. Snow is starting to develop. We're going to start to see that roll east over I-25 and closer to Fort Collins by midday today. By noon here in town, it's still going to be, it looks like, pretty dry, but by 2 to 4 o'clock, slick roads developing and that snow continuing through early evening. Totals are likely going to be here in town right around 4 to 8 inches. I'll take you through the rest of this Futurecast hour by hour, you guys, and show you how the storm is going to move in and out pretty quick coming up.
Thank you, Lisa. Well, this morning, Douglas County School Board seems to be advancing quickly in their search for a new superintendent.
Yeah, just 12 days after the board's new majority voted to fire Corey Wise, a meeting tonight will determine the next steps. Denver 7's Colette Bordelon joins us live in Castle Rock with a look at the short timeline the board is setting to name the district's next leader, Colette.
Yeah, and it all starts today, Nicole. That board is hoping to be voting on their final candidates by next Thursday. So in total, this whole interview process should only take a little more than a week. At the special meeting this afternoon, they'll present the timeline after public comment. They'll be discussing the job description, salary, and interview questions. Right now, they have 20 questions planned. One of the first ones is regarding the financial situation of the district. Another, if pay should be tied to performance. Plus, what are the most critical issues impacting students? And the salary, it's 6 figures in the $200,000 range. The maximum, though, breaks $300,000. Next Tuesday, they want to discuss the applicants and decide which candidates they'll interview. And then in Thursday's special meeting, those interviews should be happening along with public comment and a vote on the finalists. But even if the board makes a quick decision, they can't make a final employment offer until sharing the list of finalists publicly for 2 weeks. That's a rule from the Colorado Association of School Boards. Now, after that timeline is over, the board does say there will be a chance for people to express their opinions on the finalists they've picked. They say students, parents, and staff can schedule different forums to do so. Also, constituents can always email their thoughts over or could sign up for public comment at future meetings. Live in Castle Rock, Colette Bordelon, Denver 7.
Thank you, Colette. And there will also be public comment at tonight's meeting. It could get heated based on what we're seeing online. Board member Susan Meek posted on Facebook asking for people's input on the short timeline. Her post has received nearly 200 comments. Most people on there say 1 week is not enough time. Typically, superintendent searches take months. For some context here, last year, 5 metro area school districts replaced their superintendents. It took more than 6 months for Denver Public Schools to name Alex Marrero. Jeffco Schools took more than 8 months to select Tracy Dorland. Cherry Creek promoted existing Chief of Staff Christopher Smith to the top job, so that one only took 2 months. Poudre School District hired Brian Kingsley from North Carolina after a 5-month search. And even Douglas County took more than 7 months to hire Corey Wise, and he was already acting superintendent. One potential benefit of a short search process is the cost. Months-long searches can cost tens, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars. We'll follow this Douglas County search process for you every step of the way.
New from overnight, Russia says it is returning more of its troops and weapons to its bases, signaling a de-escalation. But the U.S. is skeptical, and President Biden says an attack on Ukraine could still happen very soon. ABC's I25 has the latest from Washington.
This morning, the conflict between Russia and Ukraine taking another step toward a possible war. Several hundred U.S. forces at Fort Campbell deploying to Europe. A defense official tells ABC News a mix of infantrymen, military police officers, and logistics personnel will be included in the 3,000 soldiers already heading to the region. President Biden addressing the American people on the importance of American involvement.
It's about standing for what we believe in, the right of countless countries to choose their own destiny.
Biden pledged that the U.S. would give diplomacy every chance and urged Vladimir Putin to step back from the brink of war. If Russia does invade, the president says that it won't come without costs to our economy, signaling the potential for higher gas prices.
I will not pretend this will be painless. There could be impact on our energy prices. So we are taking active steps to alleviate the pressure on our own energy markets and offset raising prices.
Overnight, the Russian Defense Ministry releasing this video of tanks they say are being transported away from areas near Ukraine. But ABC News learning that U.S. intelligence sees no evidence of a Russian withdrawal. Rather, sources say some Russian troops are actually moving into forward firing positions.
We have not yet verified the Russian military units are returning to their home bases.
But a full-fledged war between Russia and Ukraine wouldn't be easy for Russia. Ukrainian soldiers and military personnel far outnumber the 150,000 Russian troops.
It's not like this is going to be a cakewalk. The weather's a problem. It's raining. The snow is melting. The clouds are low. This is going to be very difficult for the Russians to operate.
Meanwhile, Ukraine's cybersecurity agency says a massive cyber attack has crashed its Ministry of Defense and its Armed Forces website, as well as two of its largest state banks. A possible sign of more to come. Ika Jachi, ABC News, Washington.
Back here at home, two of the big lessons learned from the Marshall Fire are how fast fires can spread and how important every minute of early warning can be. Today, Gilpin County will announce a pilot program to test out wildfire sensors. These N5 wildfire detection sensors are actually a series of sensors that detect heat and other air quality changes.
We've seen over this past couple of years, we've got to figure out a way to get ahead of wildfires. We've been so reactive in our approach to putting out and stopping wildfires that they're able to get ahead of us.
The majority of our subdivisions in Gilpin County have one way in, one way out. So the ability to have the early detection is a game changer for us, and being able to provide a safe environment for our community and quick evacuation in the event that the wildfire does start.
A burn pile used in a test of the system during the day reignited at night, and those sensors alerted county officials 36 minutes before the first 911 call came in, and crews were able to contain that fire. Gilpin County plans to start with 16 to 20 sensors. They're working on getting funding to buy 150 to 200 sensors. The best way to know about any emergency in your area is to sign up for emergency alerts. There are a lot of different systems that are used throughout the metro. Most of them automatically call landlines. If you want them to call your cell phone, you have to sign up. We have links to all of the metro counties on the denverchannel.com and our Denver 7 Plus app. And while we hope to prevent the next disaster, Marshall Fire victims are still just trying to get by.
There are now two new important resources for them. Denver 7's Veronica Acosta joins us live because there's a new online platform for the community to donate.
There is. It's called DART, and it's a really important resource here. It's getting direct assistance over to people who are still feeling the impacts of the Marshall Fire. So let's run you through how it works and really what it looks like. Also, members of the public, they can use this portal to offer donations, goods, and services. Donors do have to fill out this registration form you see on your screen here and input descriptions of goods and quantities of those donations. After that, vetted organizations who have access to the portal, they can claim the donations. Right now, only offers of donated goods and services are on the DART platform, but in a few weeks, we're going to start seeing organizations on there that have the ability to claim donations on behalf of residents. And of course, there's more help being offered right now as well, this time to those whose homes or businesses were impacted by smoke or ash damage. Those who qualify could get $2,500 for a household of 1 to 2 people, or $5,000 for a household of 3 or more people. So if you go onto the DART platform, you're going to be able to sign up as a volunteer through Colorado Response. We have that platform linked on our website, thedenverchannel.com. In studio, I'm Veronica Acosta, Denver 7.
It is now 7:10. It's a Denver 7 weather action day. You wouldn't know it by, well, stepping outdoors right now. We're looking at some sunshine, 20s this morning. We're going to be in the mid to upper 30s by the time your kids get home today. Snow developing during the evening commute, and it's going to get heavy.
And we do have still this. And we still have a situation on south and northbound I-25 where we have major wrecks. We still have one southbound where somebody left the roadway, went into the South Platte River. That driver is okay and getting out of the river, getting help now. We've had also crashes on the northbound side and on 6th Avenue, so a mess across downtown Denver. I'll detail all of this for you coming up in just a minute.
Well, snow may be on the way, but we have a deal that will make it feel like spring is closer. How you can score some colorful plants at a discounted price.
Also, price hikes have impacted nearly every industry so far, from cars to groceries. The latest store where you'll be spending more than you expected.